Okay, hi guys. Welcome on the call. We are very blessed this evening to have Immy Aslam and many leaders in the company. Now, Immy has recently been to Dubai, and Immy is an affiliate of Traffic Monsoon, just like myself and many other people on the call. We have actually got 2 live meetings going, Immy. Just to let you know, we've got Leicester, we've got Liverpool, and so on. And the reason I wanted to call with you and Dilip and Anita and everybody else wanted to call with you, what we wanted to do, because obviously you don't own the company, you're not connected with the company, but you're an affiliate. But obviously you've been side by side with Charles. Can you fill us in on, obviously me and you have spoken, so I'm happy, right? But can you fill us in on exactly what's going on, especially in this transition period? It's been 1 week since the transition happened.
Yeah.
But I wanted you to let me know A, B, C, and D, and then anybody else that'd like to ask a question on this call. You know, we've got people in the audience say it'd be great, you know. Again, guys, you've got to remember something. Immy is an affiliate. He has just seen the vision with Charles, and he's rode with it. Same as me. Same as John, same as Anita, same as Gemma, same as, let me just go through the leaders here. We've got Gerry, we've got Sunil, you know, we've got so many people on this call. Apologies if many people didn't get on the call. It was kind of like we felt that we needed an update. So Immy, first of all, just share with us what's been happening over the past week. Okay, from last Monday. And then I think I'll let everybody else fire away some questions. I can ask people in Liverpool. Apologies for all the new people. You might have no idea what I'm talking about. But brilliant. Okay, Immy, off you go, mate.
No problem. Thanks very much, Sharon. Yeah, appreciate for having me on the webinar. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I've followed Charles for several years. I trust him 100%. I think he's a great gentleman. You know, most of us actually know Charles. I've met Charles, and he's absolutely a great man. You know, God bless him. He is a real deal. He's not one to take anybody's money. He couldn't hurt a fly. This guy is so good, and we all know this guy. We've been around him and everything to go with it. But I saw his vision in the early days of October 2014, and I pretty much ran with it. And I actually ran so hard that I'm still running with it even today. And what you've got to understand, that this guy has been paying out for literally 15 months, nearly 15 months, if not, and nobody's ever had problems with getting paid. We all agree that, yeah?
100%.
And some of us are on £1 a day or $1 a day. Some are on $10 a day. Some are on $1,000 a day. Some are on more and more and more. Okay, and you've got to appreciate what he's actually done here. So when I followed that vision, I can see where he's gone with it. And then come now, last week, he decided to move away from PayPal, and I saw the vision there too, because I could see that you guys behind the scene won't see that he's missing out massive sales from Africa, Pakistan, India, China, Russia, UAE. All these countries don't have PayPal. Sorry, I think there's some noise disturbing.
Sorry.
Sharon, can you put everyone mute, please?
I will mute everybody. Just bear with me. Right, you have to be very, very good children. Okay? Immy, you just mute yourself, mate. Yeah. Where is Immy?
There we go. I'm on.
Okay.
Okay, so coming back to the point of his vision for 2016 was that, you know, Africa was missing out. Nigeria, Ghana, beautiful countries, like beautiful people that I've known for 15 months now, have nothing but to complain about PayPal. They can't open their account. They have issues with ID and so on and so on. Same with Pakistan, same with India, same with Russia. We've just opened up Ukraine. UAE, although PayPal does show up that it's there, but people have so many difficulties of buying packs, even if it's 10 packs or 20 packs or 100 ad packs, they just simply can't put money in. So when he toured, he actually knew what was going on with PayPal. But at the time, we didn't have any alternatives other than PayPal, because it's a recognized company. We all know it's a reliable company, and sometimes it isn't as well. and they've got the set of the rules and so on and so on. But the thing is, it was kind of behind his brain to say, well, you know what, let's get a processor sorted out for our own. We're growing so big, why not? And so he decided to put a team together of people that he knows, that he's in touch with literally every single day. He was on them just an hour ago before I rang him to get some more updated information to give you guys. I'm in England back home now, and he's still in Dubai trying to sort things out there with the consultants and everything. So and so what it is, we were actually losing business from those countries. Okay, millions and millions of dollars losing business revenue from those countries that we could have had and we don't have anymore. And so when I asked him all these questions, I said, Charles, what made you move from PayPal to your own bank? You know, give us a bit more elaborated information about this so we can get this news out to everybody. And his query was that, Immy, we've actually outgrown these guys. We've literally outgrown them. There's so many transactions coming through that it's just unbelievable. We could have $5-6 million a day coming in of transactions, and a small portion of them transactions don't actually hit traffic monsoon. So people are waiting for 5 weeks, 10 weeks, 8 weeks before they actually get the packs. So there's too many transactions coming through. Don't forget, eBay is a good company, but it's okay for, PayPal is a good company for eBay and so on and so on. Somebody buying £5, £10, £20 products. But when somebody's coming in with $5,000 or $10,000 or 1,500, packs or whatever it is, unfortunately, they're not catered for that. So this is one of the reasons he said, you know what, I've got to move on. I've got to really get out of this and go and get my own process sorted out that can help TM to grow even bigger, because he really wants to be a billion-dollar company. He really wants to be number 6 or 7 in the world. He wants to be in the top 10 in the world. But how can we actually do that if PayPal's not good enough for us anymore? And so this is why he's decided to move on. And I sat with him for a couple of hours. So did all the UAE leaders, Ian Grisdale and all the other guys sat with him, and we understood where he was coming from, and we all agreed. We had a massive turnout in Dubai. A good nearly 1,000 people turned out, made videos, very pleased, very kind of with a new vision now and thinking, you know what, I can see where this is going to go now. So it's a bit of a kind of turbulence for us all now that we can't get money out and can't get money in and whatever. But please, this guy's been looking after us for 15 months. He's never let anybody down. And why would he let us down anyway in the first place? We know his business model works. It's sustainable. You can have as many packs as you want in the business. There's no limit to how many packs. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, your system is no good. It can't handle the packs. And it can. Our highest earners are earning over $100,000 a day from this business. So, how can somebody say that the system can't work itself? He's got a team of mathematicians and programmers and a whole lot of these people behind the scene working, which we never even see. I've never seen them, but I know, I see him ringing all the time. There's things happening right behind the scene that I know. Even this company of consultants that have actually opened a bank for him, they've been working since, I think, October, November last year. It wasn't something just thought of now. But we had to come out with it because he just got really furious with PayPal. And he said, right, I'm moving. I want to get my own process and get on with it. So we called it TM Bank, but that's not the actual name of the bank. We don't want to release it because we've got a lot of competition out there. Maybe people don't want us to have a bank.
I'm sure.
Maybe people want us to shut down. So it's less competition for them.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of sharks out there that really want us shut down.
Yeah.
They will do everything to make us look wrong, and you know what it's like, guys.
Well, at the end of the day, Immy, looking back, there's a lot of people buying packs, but I think people forget that we've also got so many products, that there's so many sales coming through just on them products alone. I, as an affiliate myself, spend a lot of money within the system itself, which is phenomenal. But I'm
going to come through with some of the figures I'm going to show you now in a few minutes. So just bear with me and then ask me the questions you want.
Okay. Got a raised hand with John. John, unmute.
Sorry, let me just go through my list, and then we'll go through all the questions in a few minutes. So we have a transition period that's going to happen. This is the information I've got from Charles, fully latest right now, so it's all there. and he's been very transparent. Saying, look, if you need to have a seminar or a webinar, then do it. But the thing is, we'd like to have all people, all the new members that are going to join our company to buy packs or add packs to buy services through Payzer, please, and not PayPal. Although it's open for next 30 days till the end of January, it's good, but we really want people to open their new accounts and have Payzer working for them, not PayPal, because don't forget, we're in the transition period from PayPal to PayPal to Payzer,
yeah,
and then Payzer paying you out daily, and then from Payzer straight to our own processor.
yeah.
So this will take a little bit of time, not too much, but it will take time. So we don't want really anybody frustrated. I mean, as far as I know, most of the leaders that joined in 2012 are all absolutely chuffed with the business. We have no complaints against Charles and his system, and his model is sustainable. It works, it pays us. But one thing you've got to understand, that a lot of these people that are coming in from January or December 2015, they're nervous. Whether it's 10 packs, 20 packs, 100 packs, they're thinking, oh, the company's going, and they are nervous. And I'm sorry that this has happened, but you know what? We've got to look at the future. If we want to be a billion-dollar company, we've got to move from what we're not happy with, and we've got to move to where we are going to be happy with down the line. So, okay, well, let's come back to the sales. Payzer has taken in around $1 million, okay? And yet we're not doing much business with Payzer. And people are still buying ad packs through Payzer. So we've only had $1 million sales. So what we want to do is move the sales towards Payzer, please. So everybody buy their packs, new packs, get people, your members, to open your new accounts through Payzer. Solely Payzer, please, and then trying to buy your packs through Payzer, please, whatever it is. Payzer is a bit more strict. You are going to need your identification, your passport, driving license, bank statements. They are a bank, just like NatWest or UK Home back home here. So that, you know, they're compliant proof. So you've got to get your account verified and then buy your packs and then get on with the system. PayPal, however, since we've stopped paying out, I think it was, well, we have paid out, but we haven't kind of been constant in paying out. But Charles has given me the figure that we've had $4 million come into PayPal extra. So we're on about 50, it was $51 million in PayPal at the moment. And just to let you know that out of the $51 million, 11.2 million dollars is what Charles is ought to do to all the members that they've got packs in the system. We've got little over 210,000 packs in the system. I've got 10,000 packs myself. And so I'm one of the customers. Sharon, how many packs have you got, sorry, darling?
9,300.
9,000. Hey, well, she's not far behind me. So it's me, Sharon, and many members. Anita, how many have you got packs of? How many packs have you got, Anita?
I've got about 8,400.
8,400. Here we go. So you can see that there's many leaders. They're happy with the system because the system is working. The packs are paying out money. There's no problem. There's revenue shares coming in. Even though we've had thick and thin, we've already $4 million into PayPal. That's from sales. Not just all ad packs, but people are buying services. Coming back to your point, Sharon,
yes,
people are still loving Traffic Monsoon. And the Alexa ranking, you can see, I'm just going to do a screen share with you guys here. It's still good. This is not any hoax. This is a real business. People are still buying traffic from Traffic Monsoon and still buying cash links and so on and so on. And people are still using it as a portal. Look at this, 1,073. It hasn't gone any further down. You can see there a lot of point here and there.
it's actually grown
But
up.
as soon as the system's back to normal, it will go back up. Without a doubt, he will take this 1,073 to the top 500 when we've got our own bank, because there's more revenue coming in, there's more sales happening around the world, there's a lot more happening. There'll be a lot more. We have hired a team from London, one of my connections. I can't mention the bank and his background. He's a very powerful individual, works for a corporate company that will help us to grow even bigger from what we are now. And he will take it to a corporate level because we have a team of people dedicated that are writing bad about us. We're going to eliminate all that rubbish. Also behind the scene, the website will be kind of more secure and more up to date with what it should be on new platforms. So there's a lot happening behind the scene that that he's working very hard on. The TM Bank, coming back to the TM Bank, the beautiful thing about that, you will have a prepaid MasterCard to all the members throughout the world. And again, we've been told by the banks, a KYC system, so that you have to upload your passport, driving license, or utility statement or something to be able to prove you are who you are for money laundering and so on and so on. And he's got to abide by them laws. And so all this is happening behind the scene, and in a way, for new people, it is frustrating. For anybody old in the business, we're not worried.
No.
We trust this guy, and we trust his system.
Correct.
We trust his traffic. We trust his services. He's a great, great guy. We all know that.
I think
he's a giving person, and he's a very charitable person. I don't know whether you guys know that or not. He's probably given out more than $250,000 out just in charity in the last few months. So we all know what he is. He's not here to take anybody's money. In fact, he was offered a deal by a MasterCard where some company was charging £7.38 a month for each member. He said, no, my members have to have it free.
Wow.
There will be no charges for these MasterCards. I'm hoping that he'll be able to suck in any extra fees that you would have to pay. And so if you look at all this that's happening behind the scene, and then if anybody blames him for taking the company for a ride or whatever, it really is shameful. It really is. Something's not right with us, or something's not right with the way we think. I honestly think that. And I'm not the only one, you guys. I think there's thousands and perhaps millions of people in the system that live on $10 a day or $15 a day that really can't put food on table. And this guy's put this system on for you all to make money from, without fees, without any subscriptions, without any admin fees. That's what I've kind of fallen. That's the vision I've kind of fallen in for.
Yeah.
That it's the best system out there in the world. But the period from the transition to where it is now, if that can be solved quick enough, we're pushing them to make it quicker, then you know what, we're on a winner. But if it takes time, please try to understand what's happening behind the scene. It's not just easier to move 5,000, 10,000 or 100,000 pound out of our system. This is $51 million we're talking about. A lot of money.
It is.
And PayPal have a business too. It's a real business. They've got to be able to find out if there's any disputes with any Traffic Monsoon members, if there's any issues, do we have to pay anything back? They've got to think of all this. So they're going to give us chunks of money every month. Within the 180 days, it'll be all complete, and it's all done. Don't forget, the first few chunks will be the part of the money that Charles owes on the packs, which is only $11.2 million.
Which that reminds me, we've actually got then over 40 million. Did you say in reserves?
Yeah. Well, 11.2 million is what's owed to the pack people, the ad packs, and so the rest of it's all really reserves. Wow. You know, I don't know whether you guys know, but PayPal. I've got the figure here. PayPal, and we've turned over with PayPal $500 million. It's actually a little bit over $500 million. That's a lot of dollars. Imagine 3.9% on that or 2% on that.
Yeah. So they've made a lot of
calculations. They've had about $30 million in commissions.
Wow.
So do we want that as reserves? Would we have that 29 million in our reserves? Of course we would. We'd rather have it in reserves. Why give it to anybody else? Does it make sense to open a bank account?
Listen, we're really excited about the bank. You know, getting your own card. It's just really, you feel safer.
Well, some of the countries that can't have PayPal services to be able to buy traffic from him, like Africa. I mean, we've really suffered with Africa, a lovely nation, but we just can't help them. People can't send up documents to STP or PayPal, and they're just not recognized. And what do we do? So that's pretty much me. I would like to have any questions available, please, by all means.
John's raised his hand. So John, do you want to ask your question while you raised your hand first? John is one of the leaders in Essex.
John's a great guy, very big leader. From Kent, isn't he?
Yeah, from John, where are you? Can you unmute, John?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. We can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
It is actually Kent. You're right, Immy.
you. Kent, sorry.
The champagne.
How are you? You okay, Immy?
Yeah, thanks. How are you,
Great.
boss? All right?
Great, really great, really great. Listen, this is really fantastic news. I just want to say we cannot be the size company that we are and have a third-party payment processor dictating what we can and cannot do with our affiliates' money. It's just
Thanks
crazy.
very much. Thank you.
So
Thank
really,
you.
yeah, you're right behind Charles, right behind you, right behind everybody that's involved. Obviously, you know, nobody likes changes in business. Some of those changes are enforced upon you through regulation or competition or whatever. But this is the best thing that could have happened for this company. The thing is, what I'm not concerned about, but needs to be managed, is obviously getting the message out to people. I mean, once people understand what we're doing, we did a meeting on Wednesday, and I can assure you we had people coming up afterwards, once they understood, wanting to put more money in. So that was great. But we just need to manage expectations going forward, and coming out and saying that the bank is going to be about in 30 days worries me a little bit. Because you bet your bottom dollar in 30 days we're all going to get loads of calls. And also, this money...
Sorry. The 30 days is what we've been told, because I actually met one of the consultants in Dubai, and as he was speaking to Charles and a few of us, the leaders, because Charles wanted to hear from what the consultants say about the bank, because we needed information so we can go back to our groups and tell them. And the consultant said, we've been working with the TM Bank since November last year. And
Right.
so we're well in probably first week of February, we'll have the certificate. And the Vegas meeting will have I'm hoping that we'll have a certificate to say, hey guys, there's the BIC code and there's the SWIFT code.
That would be amazing. I must admit, I actually spoke to Charles back in September, and his head was already well ahead of the curve in terms of looking to open that bank up. So this isn't new news as such. Yeah. It's just perhaps been accelerated a little bit because of, you know, PayPal and what have you. Yeah. But the other question I did have is with Payzar. Obviously, there's a limitation of 250,000, my understanding. But he's trying to, I saw a post today, I think it was, he's trying to actually put 13 million into Payzar. But does he need both PayPal's agreement and Payzar's to put that in?
Well, what's owed to the members is around $11.2 million, and he's got $51 million lying around. So it's not rocket science to think that, you know, can we pay everybody out? Of course they can.
Yes.
They say, all right, take your money and I'm gone. He can walk away $37 million profit. Does he really want to do that? Not really. But yeah, what it is, he's actually waiting for this money, and he's requested PayPal to say, look, give me what I need from my members, and we can move on. You know, the rest keep for 6 months if you have to.
Yeah, so that's all it is, really. I mean, I understand obviously the liquidity of this business is incredible, and if you add in what we've all paid in PayPal charges, oh my God, it takes it another level on top. But it's just really understanding, whether or not a transfer that size can actually be done over to Payzar.
Well, this is the reality is that I'm sorry, I won't know too much about his doings with PayPal, because obviously, you know, he's the boss, he's the owner, he's the CEO. I only get, basic information from him to be able to tell my group, guys, hang on, and don't worry, we're in safe hands, okay? But moving a big chunk of 13 million could be possible, and it is possible, but again, PayPal has its own terms and conditions that we have to abide by.
Sure, and that's exactly another reason why we need to get away from them. We're all really excited down here in Kent. Yeah. So thanks for answering that, Immy. Thanks a lot.
No problem. Pleasure, John, and nice to hear from you.
And you. Take care.
Keep up the champagne.
Right, have we got somebody else that's desperate for a question? I'm Immy, if I'm being honest, I think you've covered so much there. Dilip, I know you've got a group there in Leicester, my friend.
That's correct, Sharon. I'm just trying to find out from the audience for some questions for Immy. Just bear with me a moment while I get the question for you, all right? Yes. Right. Immy, I've just been asked by one of the members, or one of the members of the public, that they're asking her, why is it a MasterCard and not a debit card?
It's a prepaid MasterCard stroke Visa card, it will be. I've even seen the image of the card that the bank's going to issue.
No, I've not seen the image of that card yet.
Well, I'll get it sent out to you very soon.
All right, no problem.
We just want to make sure that the consultants came out with a traffic monsoon. I saw it, and I was so kind of very excited to see the card.
I bet you were.
Just the traffic monsoon, Visa stroke Master. That's what it's Master, because Master is basically gets around the world. Visa, some countries don't accept, but I know that Master is accepted throughout the world. So that's why we want it to be Master. Prepaid Master card by PayPal, by TM, Traffic Monsoon.
Lovely. Excellent.
They've even done the logos, but I've seen the logos, the beautiful logos. What they've done.
Okay.
1 minute, Sharon. I've got one more question from somebody. Right. Okay. The next question I've got here for Immy is they're asking for, is there a specific time scale for this bank in operation?
Well, we've been given 4 to 6 weeks of the whole thing coming out physically, so they can actually give out Swift code and BIC code to everybody. Because don't forget, the process started last year, not this year. It's just that we've kept it. I mean, he's kind of kept it, kind of hidden.
To himself, basically.
He was just going to announce it when he did, but because he had a bit of a tiff with PayPal on transactions where there was just too many transactions happening, and the list was building from 100 to 1,000 people where they bought packs from PayPal and they didn't show up on the system.
Right.
And so Charles was the only one that could log in and apply those payments for people, and it got too overwhelming for him.
I think it's not very easy to go.
Right, but as you just said, but the question
Okay,
is
just going forward, guys, if you don't mind, Dilip, there's a couple of other people. Anita, quickly, if you want to ask a question.
Yeah. Hi, Immy. Thanks very much for doing this at short notice, and thanks, Sharon, for organising it. Wonderful. Fully behind Charles. Everybody's, can't wait to get MasterCard in their hands. Just a couple of quick questions. I've got one of my frontline who's bought some packs with Payza, and he can't buy any more at the moment, and he doesn't know why. He's verified.
Okay.
Can anybody suggest why that would be?
I'll put that question down, and I'll make sure Charles has a look at that.
Okay.
How much did he buy for it?
He's bought, he wanted to buy 100, but he can only buy a certain amount. He's bought 24, and he wants to buy more. The money's available, but he can't.
Okay.
And he's itching to get 100. Also, there's a question on the Skype group. Obviously, at the moment, people can only withdraw, $250,000 worth on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Has Charles thought about maxing a withdrawal so people can have a withdrawal once a week, because some people are struggling, and so maybe looking at maximising.
It's not quite done like that. The PayPal money comes in, and the Payza account opens up, and it starts feeding all the pendings. All the pendings that are there already in the system systematically get paid out by the money that comes in from PayPal. So there's small chunks coming in, and then bigger chunks at the end of the month. So end of December, we're going to get a massive chunk from PayPal that will pay out a lot. And I think 2 chunks will pretty much pay you guys all out.
Okay.
Awesome.
So this is just one question from Dowdy. How long until the funds are moved over from Payza to PayPal, do you think, roughly?
Well, we've been given 180 days because that's their terms and that's their policy.
180 days, okay.
180 days. So the whole transaction will move over to 100 days, but people will be still to be able to take out every day. Whatever comes in, you take out. Yeah.
Okay. And this is a question from Sunil in London. Can a training meeting for presenters and leaders be arranged before the bank account cards are issued? So that
100%.
so the changeover is smooth and stress-free and professional, and everybody's got the answers and knows what to do.
Absolutely. We're Anita and Sharon, you guys are heading the leaders meeting anyway for February. And I'll let you know what date. So you two girls are in control with that anyway.
Yeah.
We will have a leaders meeting in February, so everybody can sort of get the knowledge. Well, not get the knowledge, and also to be able to put the business. By then, hopefully, we'll be in good hands anyway. Most of us would have been able to take money out anyway.
Yeah. Will that be just for the presenters, Immy? Because obviously, otherwise, it's going to be.
It's for people that are presenters. People that put the opportunity across to people. They've got to be strong in doing that, because obviously if we don't want any weak people that can't put the opportunity across.
No.
And they've got to be in the business, and they've had the money too, and they've got big groups. So yeah, absolutely, those are the people we're looking at. Really.
Wonderful. We look forward to seeing you in it probably won't be London, but we look forward to seeing you in Las Vegas. Thank you very much, Immy.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, just to let you know, we're having, I know Dilip and Poonam and Pin. By the way, Pin's not my real brother, he's a friend. Everybody thinks he's my brother. But yeah, he's a great bro. But yeah, all the team with Dilip and Pin and Poonam, they're looking to hit India already very big. Yeah. So, it's not as if we're backing away from meetings or seminars or anything like. We actually want to open more up. We've sent one of our presenters to Karachi, and he's going to Malaysia and then Delhi again. So, his fund is out there to go and do the business. We're not here to kind of close the business. We want you to do business through Payzer. So please make a note of Payzer. Okay. You must refer people to Payzer, please, if you can, and not PayPal, because PayPal's money coming in, but it's stuck. We have to order it more. So it's just a long-lifted system that they've got. Mm-hmm. So we really want to stick to Payzer, please, from today onwards, if you guys can. Just
so, right, can I?
And then it can help the revenue to go back out again.
So if you can just ask Charles about the Payzer question about why they can't buy a certain amount, because obviously he's tried to buy 100, he's fully verified, but they wouldn't let him, and he's itching to get going. He's like, why? And I'm like, let me find out. So if you could ask him, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much.
That'll be an urgent question, because obviously we want people to buy packs. So
thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
If they're buying services and so on, then that's helpful for the company. Of course, every business in the world has to have sales. If you can name me one business that doesn't want sales and yet they're paying out, then you know what? I'll come and join you. There is no business. Every business in the world wants sales. Full stop.
Okay, can I just ask one quick question, Immy?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question from the audience. They just want to know is why wasn't there any form of notice given when obviously that they turned the PayPal off and then moved it over to Payzer? Okay,
well, this is where we were a little bit surprised as well with Charles' move. But what happened is that he was, obviously, we were having breakfast downstairs. We didn't see him, so we went upstairs and find out why he didn't come down. And we saw him very, very red-faced with PayPal. Also, he knew that people couldn't buy packs. People bought packs, but packs weren't in TM. And so there's a number of questions that he had in his mind, and so many transactions going through PayPal that we just outgrew PayPal, being honest with you. And what then happened is that he got furious with PayPal, saying, look, this is not right, this is not going, and so on and so on. And then all of a sudden said, right, I'm sorry, I want my money into my processor. They actually got the wind that Charles is due to open his own processor as well. So they said, all right, well, if that's the story, let's be gone from each other then. We're going to give you 30 days. Your sales come in, and we'll start sending chunks of money to your new processor, whoever you want it to be. If you've got a calculator, guys, $500,000 just on 3.9% is about 19 million profit for PayPal. Just do that sum, please. Would you like to have it in your business? Would you like anybody controlling your business? Imagine if you're in a bank account, you've got £10,000 and the bank says, oh, you can only have £1,000. You know, come on, which world are we living in?
Yeah.
You want full access to your money so you can do what you like with it. You can grow bigger than what we are now because we're restricted to have funds. I mean, we want $51 million, we can't have it. But because we're in a situation of their terms and conditions, 180 days. And people are saying, oh, their account frozen. They're not frozen. They're working fine with us, still taking the sales. If it was frozen, they won't be able to take the sales. We've just done turnover $4 million of sales turnover through PayPal. Still, people buying packs through PayPal.
It's still available in me, so
Yeah, you can still buy packs. So if it was frozen, they won't allow it to do in business.
yeah.
We're not frozen.
No.
We're actually just in a transition period.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it works with transition period, moving over a large amount of money.
Just one quick question, Immy. I just wanted to ask you is what form of security do people have on their actual payments with the Traffic Monsoon Bank?
I'm not sure about. I'll let the boss on answer you that question because obviously he's still there, and a lot of things that I'm sorry I don't know, and I've got to hold my hand up to that.
Okay.
I'd rather let him when we have everything we have in a week or 2 weeks. He will do a video like or a conference call or whatever with all the leaders throughout the world, and then they'll give you all the good news, inshallah, that we're all waiting for.
Okay.
But please, what we don't want is any riffraff about being a Ponzi or scheme running away with money. We've shown us the real transparent figure in Dubai in front of everybody. In fact, it was only for leaders, if you guys remember. Anybody with 500 packs. But now he's opened up the account to everybody in the world. Must have been about 24 countries there sat down. And they were all amazed. Such a transparent CEO. You know, and this is what it is. It's a real deal. Just hang in there. Just hang in that short space.
Right.
Some people are still getting paid off from PayPal, by the way. Payza, sorry.
Immy, I'm going to wrap this up now because we're going to be doing a meeting in Liverpool at full speed ahead. I think you
give my regards to James. I'm sorry I couldn't speak to him for long.
Is he, James?
Yeah, he's a bro of mine too.
Yeah, listen, thank you very much for sharing that. Obviously, you know, you've been in Dubai and you're bringing back information. I'm sure when you've got more information, you're going to share it with us. And really, you know, thanks to everybody that's come on the call. And if anybody's got any more questions later on, I'm sure we'll find out through online, etc. So well done to everyone.
Just one more good news is that the TM Bank will be able to let you buy whatever packs you want.
Right, okay, that sounds great.
There'll be no restrictions of 10 packs or 100 packs or 1,000
well
packs.
done.
So it's all good
Thank
news.
you very
Thanks so much for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
And
no problem.
keep your hope and belief in TM.
Yeah.
And let's have solidarity throughout the world, please.
Yes.
So we can start closing all our banks, yeah?
Yeah. Well done.
All the
guys,
banks.
please, one thing you must make a note of is everybody is an account, please. And buy your packs. Please.
Yeah, just do it through Payza. That's it.
Free Payza.
Yeah.
All right, we'll feed that all. Thank you very much. See you later all.
Thanks, bye-bye. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.